On this week's episode of The Fizz, we recap the Super Bowl. In addition to that, we talk about the late, great Bill Post, the inventor of Pop-Tarts, and then we also try them for snack time. We talk about a lot of stuff in between. Pizzo's back from Mexico. Chandler's drinks a Monster Energy drink. It's absolutely electric, and you're going to want to give this episode a listen. But before we get into all of that, I have to tell you about our amazing sponsor, Vosa. You know who they are. They're the Michigan-made, ready-to-drink vodka beverage that is sold in stores everywhere around Michigan. So if you like vodka, ready-to-drink beverages, you need to give Vosa a try. All natural ingredients, very good flavors. Give them a shot next time you are at the grocery store. Vosa. Enjoy the finer things. But now, let's get into the Fizz. Hello and welcome to episode 141 of The Fizz. Thank you all for being here. I am with the main men, Ice Cold Brulu, back from Mexico, rocking his, I don't even know, what do you call that hat? Beach hat? Sun hat?
Mexican hat.
It's
a Mexican hat.
I don't know, it sounded derogatory. I didn't know if that was a bad thing to say. And we're here with Channy Football. He is drinking a Monster, which is just insane. Never seen him suck one of those down. So this is going to be a great episode.
Pack of noops in the car.
Well, no, yeah, buddy.
Hundreds?
Yeah.
Good.
I love it. You got your Fox Racing sticker.
That's right.
up
Tap
too.
out shirt.
Yeah.
Truck nuts?
Those are kind of tight. Truck nuts, yeah. Didn't you say they were overrated?
Oh, no, yes, in a sense, but we called it something else.
What?
I don't know, but it wasn't overrated or underrated.
Cut him some flack, man.
Yeah.
But yes,
All right.
I dogged him.
Yeah, you did dog. I think you called them overrated. Anyways, hot start to the show. Here we are, episode 141. Ice Cold Brulu, back from Mexico. Super Bowl's done. Football's done. So we're kind of floating in the abyss here. So, let's talk about it. What do we want to get into, boys?
Let's go to the deep water, right?
Yeah.
First things first. Lou, how was Mexico?
Mexico, boys. The land of 1,000 suns. That's what they call it.
I think so.
Great fucking
I
time.
read that as well.
Wonderful time. Had a really good fucking time, dude. Got there. A lot of booze. A lot of laying around. Got a fresh pack of cigs when I was down there. Was ripping some heaters.
Nice.
Got to go spear fishing, which was a pretty cool experience.
Have you done that before?
Never, no.
What's that like?
Incredible, dude. So we got hooked up. I messaged this guy on WhatsApp through a Facebook group of like Cabo vacations, basically.
What the fuck?
What
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Went down the rabbit hole. Basically, this guy was supposed to pick us up from the airport because I was like lining up a shuttle because I had no idea, but they have Ubers in Cabo. I didn't know that. But you can't get picked up from the airport. They don't let Ubers go there. So you have to get a shuttle or a taxi or some private service from there.
Okay.
So I messaged this guy. He has a cab service. He's like, yeah, no problem. We'll pick you up. I'm like, you mind grabbing us like a couple beers, a couple waters, a pint, have the car ready to go when we get there.
So wait, I just got to back up just a little bit.
you want a cold towel too?
So I feel like this is just kind of nuts. So we're in a Facebook group,
Yep.
and of like Cabo lovers. Like, what's the name of the group?
It was like everything Cabo.
Got
and
it.
people would post like, what are some good excursions to do?
Yeah.
What's a good cab service?
So
Who's
you
looking to swing tonight?
Yeah.
Probably,
Yeah.
yes, Chandler. But the funny thing is like 90% of the people in there are idiots. So they ask the dumbest questions you'll ever hear. They're like, how warm do you think the ocean water is? Can you swim on the beach there? How far is it from this hotel to this hotel? It's like, you can fucking Google that and figure it out. Like, very simple stuff. But there is, you weed through the garbage. There's some good information in there.
So you found a guy who provided a WhatsApp number to be your taxi, cab service, and spear fishing guy.
So that came after. So he was originally
Okay.
just the taxi guy.
Okay.
So I lined him up to pick us up at the airport, fill up the car for us, some booze, waters, all that good stuff.
You come through?
No.
Okay. Got
So
it. Sorry, I'll shut
we
up.
get there and I'm messaging the guy on WhatsApp as soon as we land. I'm like, hey, we just got down. We're getting off the plane. We'll be out of customs in 30, 40 minutes. Because we actually didn't check any bags. We brought everything through carry-on, which was nice. We didn't have to wait for anything. Get our stuff. We get down there. There's a couple bars right when you walk out where all the cabs are. We get a drink. Message the guy again. No answer. 45 minutes goes by. I don't hear anything. Amber's like, you idiot. You always like think you know how to talk to the locals and line this and that up.
with
You
her.
have famously said
Yeah,
that.
and I am with her
100%.
to this point.
She
And I'm
didn't tell a lie.
Motherfucking under my breath the whole time. I'm like, this guy is going to fucking make me look like an idiot.
Yeah, he already
you know?
has. Yeah.
So
You already do.
yeah, look at you.
he doesn't get us. He doesn't get us.
So yeah, car's not loaded, car's not there.
Correct.
No car to be loaded.
So on the way down, I'm messaging the guy, and he's like, I'm like, hey, we're looking to do, we want to do some excursions. Do you know anyone that does like snorkeling? They have these Mobula rays that are like the Tampa Bay Devil Ray mascot, and they migrate in Cabo, but apparently they only migrate in the summer. But you can snorkel with them, and there's like hundreds of them in the water. They don't have stingers.
They don't have stingers.
And they jump out of the water, they flap, yeah. So we're like, all right, that sounds pretty cool.
sounds
The guy's like, all right, well, I got this company that I know that does, snorkeling trips. You can do a private one for $140 each, or you can go with like a group for $100 each. And I'm like, well, if it's just us two and a boat of beer and hanging out, I'm like, we'll do, the private one. And he's like, he doesn't know about the rays because they're kind of out of season, but there is a bunch of sea lions right now, and there's some like good brocks that they go to spearfish.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, because I'm, you guys know this, avid fisherman myself.
Yeah.
So he brought up spearfishing, and I'm like, dude, I want to do that.
wanna
Like,
hook some
can I
spears.
do that? And he's like, well, they have like a full day excursion. It's like $550 to do it for the day. I'm like, I just want to like do it for a couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, we'll line you up with Venmo this random lady. She wasn't Mexican either. Her name was like Amanda Brown or something. And I'm like, all right, this seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
So she's like, yeah, Venmo her $90 for your deposit. That'll lock you in on the boat, and then you pay $200 when you get there.
Okay.
So we're like, all right, yeah. I'm like, Amber, fucking let's do it.
So I'm stopping you.
Yeah,
guys.
go
So
ahead.
wait, so this is the WhatsApp guy from Facebook?
Yes.
And this is the conversation you're having before he stood you up at the airport?
Yes.
Got it.
So then we Venmo this girl $90. We're in for the private snorkeling, sea lion rays, whatever the fuck you can find in the ocean. We're down to swim with them. We get to the airport. The guy fucking stiffs us. I'm messaging him. 45 hour goes by. I'm like, fuck this. Let's just get somebody else. There's 1,000 guys out there with like cab stuff. So we get a ride from a random dude. The guy calls me on the way back to the hotel. He's like, hey, bro, my guy's there. And I'm like, dude, I've been reaching out to you for the last hour. Like, what happened? And he's like, oh, dude, I was in a meeting. My phone was off, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. But like, luckily I didn't put a deposit down for the cab ride. But at this point, I'm thinking like, oh, we're totally getting fucked on the snorkeling excursion. And we go back to the hotel. The guy's like, you know what? I can still get you on the excursion. Just meet me down at the marina. We were about 20 minutes from there at the first hotel. We actually split the trip up, so we stayed at 2 different hotels.
Okay.
So we get down there for the excursion, and it ends up working out.
Okay.
So the guy comes through on that end, and I'm like, yeah, Amber, that's what's fucking up. I know the locals.
Master Haggler, remember?
People forget that, like, weren't you supposed to swim with pigs, and it ended up being just like a swamp?
Dolphins,
Yeah.
but we ended up swimming with pigs.
That's right.
Yes.
Master negotiator over here.
Yeah.
International haggler.
So I got a feather back because I was featherless.
Yeah.
But I got the feather back as soon as he came through with the snorkeling, and then he did actually give us a cab ride to our second hotel and then to the airport after. So he ended up like being a pretty good dude. He kind of just, I guess, fucked us on the initial
Yeah, his phone
drive.
was off. He was in a meeting.
So did you like spear anything? Like any
what'd you
sea
spear?
lions, some rays? Or?
I did, yeah. So we got on the boat. We went to like this rock to do snorkeling, and they had like a bunch of scuba divers there, snorkelers. It was like kind of a hot spot. There was a ton of fish there. And then they had like 4 sea lions that were in the area, and they were climbing up on this rock, like making that like noise.
Yeah.
And then they jump in the water. Dude, they were swimming 5 feet away from us. It was pretty sweet. It was awesome.
That's nuts. So what'd you spear?
So then we get away from there. He's like, all right, we can't spearfish over here because obviously there's a bunch of people swimming around.
That's where you do it.
Spear a leg.
Good your aim.
So we speared the name of the fish was like Cabrera. It was some sort of Miggy. It was in the flounder family.
Got it.
White meat. Did that. I went with I had 2 guides with me. They ended up spearing a couple fish as well. it was incredible watching these guys. Like we were swimming down to like 25, 30 feet of water. And I could I'm a pretty good swimmer, but like I can't hold my breath that long at all.
Yeah, you're a smoker.
Get down there. Yeah, Chandler, you know what?
You treat your body like garbage.
We're swimming around for like 3 hours, dude. I'm fucking dying out there at this point because it's like snorkeling, sea lions, spear fishing, all like bang, bang, bang. I'm watching these guys underwater because they like look for these like rock figures underneath. So we'll swim around on the top with like regular snorkel. He'll be like, okay, this looks like a good spot. The guy will go down, get down there, sit down there by the bottom of the rock for like 2 minutes, just chilling, waiting, looking in the holes for like fish to come out. I was lucky enough to get down there and there was like fish right away. So it was like down, shoot, take them off.
And when you're spearfishing, it's like a harpoon, like gun?
Yeah, it's like a big, long wooden gun. It's probably like 5 feet long, and it has like two big bands on it, and then there's 2 hooks on the back end of it. So it like bands back, and then there's a string underneath the bottom of it, and then there's a reel on the bottom of the spear gun. So it shoots, the string stays on the spear, and then you flip it over, and there's like a little reel on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I thought they handed you like 10 spears.
And they're like, just go down there.
Cock it back.
You're like Poseidon.
I thought you were on the side of the boat, like, fucking them down.
No, Lou's too soft
like
for that.
Castaway style.
No, Lou does the automatic stuff. He can't go hand to
I
hand
like
combat.
the idea of this guy like standing him up and like, just being like, and there's like some guy with just a bunch of spears. Like, all right, enjoy yourself.
Then he just starts shipping money to Amanda Brown.
Just Venmoing her relentlessly.
So that was an unreal experience. I got a couple fish. The guys gave me whatever fish that we got. I took them back to the shore. They filleted them, and then we brought them to a restaurant. They made ceviche with them, fish tacos, and all that
that's
stuff.
awesome.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it was so good. It was like, you can't even tell it's fish, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's just it's that fresh. But the good story that I have for you is, so Wednesday we leave Cabo area. We go to this town called Los Barriles. It's a small, like, pure culture Mexico town, not like shitty white Americans, you know, soaking up the sun, breathing my air. You know, you're getting the fresh.
Yeah, I get it. We got it.
You understand?
Yes.
Okay. So we go there. We meet this couple from Washington at one of the bars, and we're already
State or DC?
Washington, like Tacoma.
Got it.
Swingers group?
No, they could have
Okay.
been, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So we get to this bar. They're kind of closing. Me and Amber have already had like a pretty good amount of drinks. We get one shot at the bar. We start shooting the shit with these guys, and we're like all feeling pretty good at this point. The bartender there recommends, he's like, hey, we're shutting down, but there's a bar called Cactus right up the road. If you guys want to go check it out, they're open late. We're like, all right, yeah, for sure. The guy's like, I got a car. If you guys want to drive with us, we can just take you over there. So we were like, sure.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Get in the car.
What could go wrong? We're going to Cactus. with
In the middle of nowhere. Like, the roads are dirt. People are driving four-wheelers.
You're nuts, man.
ATVs on the road. Like, all that shit. So we get to Cactus. We set up at a table. They have a pool table out front, and there's like a bunch of locals there, and a couple of them like come in, and we start talking to them. We end up having probably like 7 or 8 tequila shots each. Like, we're buckled. The 2 locals, one of them's name is Ben Hur, and we were fucked up.
Ben Hur?
Ben Hur. So I kept calling him Bend Over, and he got pissed. So he's Jesus Christ. So he's like, I don't think that's funny, man. And like, me and the guy from Washington are joking around. We're like, dude, we're just having a good time. Like, just boy talk, fucking shooting the shit. He's like, that's not fucking funny, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, this is like cartel time now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, hey,
Time to leave Cactus.
just chilling, just no big deal. Ends up kind of fizzling out. The other guy that was with us is so drunk, he's like sleeping at the table. That was the guy I did the handshake with.
Okay.
And that was like border secured.
Okay.
So the Tacoma guy ends up being like, hey, buddy, if you like live right in the area, we'll drop you off at your house. So he's like, yeah, for sure. I live right up the street. We're walking to the car in the parking lot. 2 seconds after and Amber and his girl are absolutely smashed right now. I'm carrying her out of the bar like her legs don't work. He's doing the same. Right when we get to the car, police roll up behind us. So the local guy starts spitting a little bit of, you know, the tongue to the local police officer.
AKA Spanish.
You may have heard of it.
Pretty big language. And we basically go back and forth. The guy from Washington knew a little bit of Spanish himself, so he kind of like was talking to him. End up paying these guys $400 or 400 pesos to just let us go because they like clearly knew everyone was hammered. We gave them 400 pesos. The cops drove off. We drive this guy down a dirt road behind the bar. His like 2 dogs come run up, like jumping on the car. He's like, yeah, this is where I live right here. I'm like, I don't see a house or anything.
Yeah.
And he gets out. We let him out. And the guy drops us back at our hotel. No police problems.
What was the police problem?
Because they thought we were going to be drinking and driving.
Oh, they were like
They were
already on
patrolling.
top of you.
Yeah, because we didn't even get to the car, but they just saw
Dude,
everyone
holy
buckled
shit.
walking out of there. So we're basically like, yeah, we'll buy you guys lunch tomorrow, and gave them 400 pesos, which is equivalent to like $25 American.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You're
so-
nuts, man.
Yeah,
You're
so-
nuts. You're just, why do you keep trying to do these back alley deals with everybody? Like, why don't you just
It's
go?
like a sickness.
Yeah, it really is. Like, why are you always like hunting for deals like out of the country?
I don't know, but I'm not going to stop.
Dude,
International haggler.
dude, that's
So,
unreal.
Yeah, great trip overall, but that was a couple of the fun things that we did. We did 4-wheelers one day through the
Yeah,
mountains.
dude, it looked like an awesome trip. You
It
know,
was
we were
fun.
seeing all the snaps and everything. It was good probably to just get away. So wait, were you there for the Super Bowl? Were you watching the Super Bowl there?
No, I came back Friday night, so I was back Saturday and back at Chaney's for the Super Bowl on Sunday.
Nice.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right.
I'm glad you're back safe. You
Yeah.
fucking nut.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be back.
Yeah. Good to have you.
Immediately ordered. I went Culver's and Chick-fil-A back to back.
You just
when
wanted
I
to get
got
back
home.
to
Yeah, I
America.
wanted like pure
Yeah.
grease,
Back to your
dirt.
American roots.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Speaking the native tongue again. So
He knew a little bit of the tongue.
that's right. That's right. Nothing. I didn't go do any Mexico trips. Simped out V-Day. You know how it is. You know, you got to be a simp a little bit.
I saw
every once in
Chandler's
a while.
pot Super Bowl actually.
Oh,
the
yeah.
lifetime pot that he brought up.
Le Creuset.
Oh, you got eyes on the pot?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, yeah.
Now-
you like refinanced your house for that pot.
Just listen. Just listen.
I'm
Lou
listening.
saw it without being used.
He
We
never
broke
used
out-
it until that day.
We broke out the Le Creuset yesterday
No way.
for
Would you
Valentine's
eat
Day.
cereal
First
out of
time. Yeah, Apple Jacks and Frosted Flakes with non-fat milk. No, we made some orzo seafood
Nice.
in there, and it was actually nice. Evenly heats it. So this thing...
That's important.
you guys were ripping on me, but this
Yeah,
thing
that's-
is like...
Yeah, we're now who's laughing?
Yeah, exactly.
Chandler.
So I showed you guys.
You really did.
I showed
Timeless.
you guys.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So yeah, so you simped out, made some meals at home. I simped out, made some meals at home. Did you do anything for V-Day or was
I
like
simped out at home as well. We
Yeah.
did steak crunch wraps.
what?
Yeah. We went crunch wraps. That was pretty
Homemade
cool.
like Crunch Wrap Supremes?
Yes.
Nice. With
Yeah.
steak?
Yeah, we put steak in it, put beef in a couple of them, and then we crunched up those sweet and spicy, the purple Doritos.
Oh,
put
wow.
those in there. Yeah.
Dude, you see like Taco Bell's like lineup coming out this summer?
No. Talk to me.
It's like new items at Taco Bell. Let's see. Like this is kind of all the rage. And there's like a video going around. Like they announced this at some sort of like convention or something. It looks like when Apple launches a new product. So let's see. It says Taco Bell announces over 12 new items, including chicken nuggets and Baja Blast gelato.
See, that shit pisses me off,
Oh, he's
man.
mad.
Oh.
Chicken nuggets is not at Taco Bell, just
No.
like French fries is not at Taco Bell. Stay in your lane and let's get some variations going here.
Dude,
of-
my wife loves the nacho
The fries are good, though. I will
Yeah,
say
people
that.
love
I like
that
the
shit.
They're
fries.
fine, but it's like you go to Culver's to get that. Like,
Yeah. I'm not
as
ordering
Lou would say,
chicken
that's
nuggets.
not part of the native tongue of.
So here,
Taco
let's
Bell.
let's go through these real quick. We got a Cantina chicken. Taco Bell will launch oven roasted shredded. You know, this looks like just stuff they've already had before. There's nothing special here. Cheesy chicken crispinata. I can't imagine that's like anything special. But Mountain Dew Baja Blast gelato. That's new.
That could be good.
Yeah. Tested in 2023 in California. Crispy chicken nuggets, whether you choose to eat it with the chain signature sauce or the hot and sweet jalapeno honey mustard. Sounds kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Taco Bell is introducing another chicken innovation in crispy nugget form. The nuggets, according to Eater Twin Cities, were first tested in October of 23 in Minnesota. Cheesy street chalupas. Ooh, a Cheez-It crunch wrap.
I saw that.
That's
it's
nutty.
a big Cheez-It in the middle.
That's nuts.
just
XL
one Cheez-It?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
These
from
are
the
all
pic.
going to be discontinued by the end of summer. Dulce de leche cinnamon bun delights, cheesy enchilada dipping taco, tahine, spicy tangy seasoning.
Yep,
I don't-
tahine.
So you can just add that to stuff.
I guess so.
kinda
Tahine
fun.
twists.
Okay.
Secret Aardvark, the Portland-based brand of hot sauce, is partnering with Taco Bell. Oh, it's a hot sauce. Salt and Straw. It's another Portland-based brand. The ice cream company is partnering and testing to add ice cream to Taco Bell. Oh, there's fucking more. Beekeeper Coffee and Dish a Hot. I don't know what those are, but a lot of stuff coming to Taco Bell. I bet you half of it's not in Michigan.
Sounds like just nuts names.
Yeah. And it's just going to be all the stuff moved around. And,
Yeah. It's the same ingredients and everything.
It always has been.
Yeah.
Astronaut meme.
So, I mean, getting a little bit into sports before we go full blown into it. Big story of the weekend outside of the Super Bowl, the waste management, aka the wasted management, the blackout management, the stop serving alcohol at a golf tournament management. What are your thoughts overall on it, on the waste management? A lot of players bitching. This isn't golf. This isn't good for the game of golf. It was essentially live this weekend on the PGA Tour. So your thoughts on the wasted management this weekend?
I mean, it looked like trash.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's like a couple angles to look at it. Like one, yeah, sure, it kind of looked like live, but like live knows what they are, and like this honestly was way worse than any live thing I've ever seen. It was like awful. Number two, from like a spectator standpoint, this was always an event I would have interest in attending one year of my life. After seeing this, like it just seems like now it's just turned into a spring break party. Which I get that partying was always part of it, but the fact that it's like reached this level of like
debauchery,
fuckery, is just such a turnoff. Like I'd rather just go to some sort of party than go to that like where you can't even watch golf. The like last part with the players complaining, to me that's kind of like shut up. Like this is literally like the drunk party that PGA has. Like I get it. It's probably annoying, and like there was probably a ramped up level of wastedness this year. But like I don't know, just like shut up. Like you yelling at the player, like the fans, is only gonna make it worse. Right. They're not gonna like be like, you know what, guys, he's right. Like we should really reel it in. So to me, like the players bitching sucked. The event looked like it sucked. Like I don't even know who won it. It looked just like a shit show. Looked awful.
Yeah, I'm surprised how many people around here went. I saw a lot of people locally that traveled to Scottsdale to actually go to it, and it's like not golf fans. So that kind of is the summary of it. Is like you don't even go to this tournament
to me,
if you're
I'm
a golf
gonna go
guy.
to a golf event. Like I want to like enjoy it for a golf event. Like the wasted management always sounded fun just because there was like a little party involved.
Right.
But now it just like, did you see those videos?
Yeah.
Dude, it looked like a frat party, like straight up, like
Woodstock.
It gets annoying with like the chirping, that's fun. The boozing, that's fun. Like guys running in the middle of the fairway and shit. Like, okay, like that's fucking old now.
Yeah.
You know, like jumping in the bunker, like slipping all over the place in mud. There's guys like shitting and pissing themselves, sitting in chairs. Lady falling out of the grandstand.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, dude, like
what it literally is like, damn you people, go back to your shanties.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's what that whole tournament was.
Right.
What a mess. And like the PGA just looks like so shitty right now.
They do. They don't know what they are.
They
have
know
no
what to do.
identity.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
They have no identity at this point in time. Lou, you had a good question. What was it with the waste management?
Oh yeah. So before I get into that, I looked up some stats, and we were like, obviously that looked like, off the videos on Twitter and everything, like this was by far the craziest waste management there's ever been. So I saw a thing on Twitter that it had some stats from the Scottsdale PD and the waste management police officement, whatever it is.
Officement.
Native
That's
tongue.
definitely not a word. So this is the last 3 years. So from 2022, 2023 to 2024, in 22, calls for service, 440, 23, 558, 24, 653, arrests, 22, 0, 23, 18, 24, 54.
Holy shit.
54 arrests that were made.
I don't know if I'm more mind blown that there was 0 2 years ago. So that was probably the sweet spot.
Yeah. I actually went, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago for a bachelor party.
Yeah.
And it was like what we talked about. Bunch of boozing, heckling, costumes.
But still respect a little bit. Yeah.
Right. Like, exactly.
Have some decorum.
I mean, dude, you can get wasted off your ass. Just like, don't cross the line.
No, exactly. Everyone can have fun. We're here to have fun.
And if you boost too much, just remove yourself.
That's right.
That's it. If you can remove yourself, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out of there.
Amen.
Shitting and pissing yourself.
Yeah. Fucking embarrassment. What are you doing? We're at a golf tournament.
Right. And then the last one was ejections. So in 22, there was 90 people ejected. 23, 102. 24, 211. Doubled it.
Well, and it seems like the security was a mess too. Like they weren't checking tickets. That seems where the
And then it didn't help it rained too.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. That's why there was so much mud and shit.
Jesus. Yeah, there's so many videos of people falling and stuff.
Yes.
What a mess. Players aren't going to want to play in that next year.
No,
at
they're
all.
not.
I agree. So let's flip it on the other end of the coin. We're kind of like, oh, reel it in. You guys are pussies. You're
up.
Soft.
Grow up.
Let's play devil's advocate here.
Okay.
Let's say that we're going on like the ultimate bachelor party trip, we'll call it. You get to make a couple extra rules. Anything goes in this tournament. How could you make this the most rowdy golf tournament the world has ever seen? What are some things that you would add that are fair game, anything goes to the tournament?
Yeah, okay. So golf tournament, these are the rules to make it more hype.
Yep.
Yes.
So this is my one. They do it at a lot of country clubs around here. It's kind of a rule of passage. You do it in your golf league. Someone hits a hole in one on the stadium course. Everyone in the crowd gets a shot.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you do that in real life. You do that at the country club. Someone hits a hole in one while you're out there. You go back to the bar and you buy a round for everyone. So you're at the stadium hole. You witness it. Everyone gets a shot. You got shot girls coming down the steps, and everyone takes a shot when that guy pulls the ball out of the hole.
I'd even, because the hole in ones are so rare.
Yes.
You know, like I kind of think you go eagle or something like that.
Okay.
You know, or a birdie even. Get out. How rowdy we getting?
Maybe a pint a person, I guess, if we're talking about it.
Yeah. Well, one we were even talking about, earlier today, like hit a bad shot, hit a shank like Tiger hit today.
Ying.
Why don't you shotgun a beer and you can redo it?
Oh, I like that
like
one.
that.
Yeah, a little shotgun mulligan is
One
what we
around.
call it out there.
One around, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think
Okay.
that would get it pretty rowdy.
I like that too.
I like that. I think what you do is you have one hole. We'll call it the 16th for sake. The Vegas hole.
Okay.
You get to the Vegas hole. There's shot girls walking around. You get to the tee box. You do a Katrina shot before you tee off.
Explain that for people who might not know what it is.
If you don't know what a Katrina shot is, you get a bottle of sprayer because you're going to be on the course.
Spritzer,
Normally,
yeah.
You could use the hose from your sink. You could use the garden
You
hose.
need a
if
water. You need
needed
an
to.
apparatus that shoots water.
Yeah,
Okay.
a squirt gun.
Yes, we got it.
Water sprayer.
So you chug your beer, you take a shot, you spray the person in the face,
Yep.
and then the other person that you're playing with, their caddy smacks the shit out of you. And then you tee off.
You're not like smacking like Ray Lewis in the mouth. Like these guys are fragile.
That's the Vegas hole.
I mean, how are we getting it rowdy? That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Even like if we're not like just making everything like you have to keep drinking to make
doesn't
it
have to
rowdy.
be
It's like
booze.
what if the rule, what if you just like gamified it a little more to make it like, a little more street golf, a little backyard
Yeah.
golf. So like I know guys who have played rounds. I've never done it because I'm shit. But like, you play a guy, you beat him in a hole, and then you pull a club from him.
Okay.
Right? Have you ever heard
Yes.
of that? Yeah, like you take a club out of their bag.
Yep.
So like imagine like the match or something. You got like two good golfers together and they're playing around like that where get rid of your driver.
Use only one club on a hole.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's a good one. Yeah.
Do something like that. I know another one that we
Goofy shit.
Yes, we commonly see is maybe you get a breakfast ball off the first tee.
Got to. Yeah.
You know?
Breakfast balls.
I mean, I think there's ways you can gamify it to where the PGA can lean into it and be like, okay, this is our one fuck off every year, and we're gonna really lean into it being a party and not as serious. And hey, if you don't want to come, you don't have to
You know
play.
what you're signing up for,
Yeah.
right?
I got an idea too. So what if they did it this way, and this would be for like atmosphere to bump it up, is like so each hole, let's go 16th again, right? And you're assigned like you're either 1 or 2 as a fan. Okay, you're like on 1 or 2, you have a light shirt or a dark shirt, and every golfer that comes up, the twosomes that come up to that hole, have that number as well. So like you're on the side of one of the golfers, and you want to make it like chaos. Like picture a football game when the offense is out there on the road, the crowd goes nuts.
Yep.
Like I want the crowd go like number 2's crowd is going crazy when number 1's going to shoot.
Right.
And there's something in it for the crowd. Like whoever wins that hole gets like, I don't know, a
Sure.
token, a thing, whatever. But I'm essentially just trying to create a crowd atmosphere that like cheers against the other golfer.
It's a home field advantage for
Exactly.
one of the golfers out of the two.
Yeah.
I like
you could,
that.
You could park your ass at a hole and be like, all right, we're on the one team,
Yeah.
you know, and our one golfer this time, it's
Yeah.
that's our guy.
Or just let anyone heckle. Hey, if you're betting on guys, like you can go around and be loud. It's like that Cameron Indoor Stadium at a Duke game.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
I like the
Dude,
idea of,
let the players chirp back.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Like fucking stick one 3 feet from the hole. Fuck you, bitch.
Well, that's
you know
almost
what I mean?
that's almost how I felt about like the players like getting mad at the crowd. Like if you kind of like laugh at them and bark back at them, like they're gonna laugh and
like
it'll
it.
be fun.
couple chest pounds.
But if you're doing the like, seriously, I'm trying to hit a golf ball.
Right.
Like you're
dead.
You're never gonna win that one.
No.
or you go after the round and you're like whining about it, like you're done.
Yeah.
You know?
Zach Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we switch off of golf, what do you guys think about the Sunday Red? The name, the logo. Tiger's debuting it this week at the Genesis Invitational.
I like it.
You do?
I do like it. I'm a fan. I like I think people were giving it some shit, but I saw the rollout and like I looked at it. I think it's really sweet. Did you know that the Tiger has 15 stripes for all the majors he's won?
I didn't.
So that's pretty cool. I think the logo's sleek. I think he looks sweet in it. The only qualm I had was like I don't understand why Sunday is 2 words.
Yes.
And even like
I like what they're trying to do with it, though.
I don't get it.
The SDR.
Yeah, but
You know
I
what
think
I
you
mean?
could have done that anyways.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you needed to separate the words personally.
I think I like it. It's like feng shui.
Okay. What?
It's like it's for the
Whatever,
culture,
they,
Frank.
They got you. Okay, yeah, fine. I don't get it. So
I like the shoes a lot too. Have you seen the shoes? I think the shoes
No.
are pretty sweet.
I like feng shui.
I saw Tiger wearing like a white long sleeve. I thought that was like sick. I think
Yeah.
it's sweet. I think it's gonna really rip it. I don't know how expensive it's gonna be, but I think he's gonna sell.
You could wear shit stain colored shirts and it would fucking blow out, right?
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
Tiger.
I wasn't too impressed with it, to be honest with you. Maybe it's just because like I like the TW Nike brand so much that like it's just kind of different. You got to settle into it. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Is I don't love it, but like let me give it a month or two. Let me see him rock it at Augusta at the Masters this year. Like let me see him play a half season in it, but like it just doesn't look right to me right now. So I'm unsettled with
I
the whole
like-
Sunday Red.
I feel like
it-
online it was pretty 50-50. Like a lot of people were
Yeah.
dogging it, and then there's some people were like, I think it looks sick.
I like Nike Tiger is so sick. So like pull
Yeah.
Nike out of it, which is hard to do. But like the TW
Yes.
logo, I was never a huge fan of. That didn't do a lot for me. And to me, it was just like a lot of these athletes when they do their own brands, like it's their initials weaved in some way, or it's like their silhouette, like to be like Jordan.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty cool that they went with like that minimal like Tiger type look. So I'm a fan.
There we go.
Yeah, I saw like some mixed reviews. So someone's like wrote up this whole thing like Tiger should have done this 10 years ago because today's youth like doesn't know who Tiger is and it doesn't have the same like brand recognition. And to me, I just thought that was like I don't know. I'm not betting against Tiger at all.
Right.
Like for his brand.
Are you going to get a Sunday Red polo for this summer?
I'm waiting to see how much they cost. I mean, I think that's going to be like the verdict of this whole brand.
It'll
to
be
honest.
120.
Yeah, you think it'll be 120?
I think they'll be $100.
I was thinking like
no
90.
problem.
I think if it's 90, like that would, I'd be like, oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
But if it's like one, we're getting those numbers up there.
Jerry, I know you're listening. Fit that into the budget for this summer.
Jerry's the biggest Tiger fan I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't have to pull on him too hard then.
No.
Okay, cool.
I
Thanks,
mean, we have
Jerry.
to pull at him to get the budget. Yeah.
Thanks, Jerry.
You can give him a pull.
You ain't got them.
All right, shall we get into our final football talk of the 2023-2024 season? Chiefs back-to-back, first time, long time since the Patriots. Chiefs beat the Niners in overtime, 25-22. Overall, I think we can all agree, pretty boring game. Not too much going on.
Fun finish, though.
Fun finish, not too many big plays, but it was close. I think we can all say that.
I mean, yeah.
Put a bow on the season. Kansas City, 3rd Super Bowl in the last 5 years. People are starting to say Mahomes, 3rd, 2nd, 4th best quarterback of all time. But just wondering what you guys thought of the game and then just the season as a whole.
Game was boring. As a Lions fan, like you wanted to cry for the first quarter. You wanted to cry.
You were
I
like,
wanted
we
to
would
cry.
beat the fuck out of both of these
everyone,
teams.
yes. And it was just like 20 minutes in, like Goff would have we would have scored already.
The first half was brutal. It was
Brutal.
10-3, right?
Yeah, I can't look at Purdy's face. Face sucks. Guy sucks. Shanahan sucks. So I mean, thank God the Chiefs won. For God's
with you
sakes,
on
I was
that.
so happy they won. To be honest, I think Mahomes is like the fucking GOAT. Brady obviously has that title, but in my brain and from watching everything, I mean, he's number 2. Like, there was no doubt when that game was close, giving the ball back to him, that game was over.
Yep.
He rocks. The Chiefs are not that good, man. And he just made that happen. Like, that 4th down, it was just like, yeah, just let him fucking run it.
Yep.
Like, what's interesting about, like, I feel like we're almost to the point, and maybe we're there, of just like the Jordan LeBron debate, and now it's, Brady, Mahomes. Maybe we're not fully there yet. I think we're kind of there.
We're getting there.
I think the biggest difference is Mahomes running. That makes him such a dangerous weapon. Like, with Brady, he would lock in, but, he still had to rely on someone else to grab the ball. Like, Mahomes had so many fucking dirt-ass scrambles that were like 6 to 8 yards that are just like killer.
Yeah,
just fucking killer. And he turns it on when he needs to. So overall, I thought the game was pretty boring. Like, ho hum, fucking Chiefs versus Niners. Chiefs win again. But I can't deny anything that Patrick Mahomes has done, and even just his ability to block out everyone close in his life and win those games.
Oh my God,
it's
lying.
incredible.
Yes, for real.
You ain't lying about that. I thought same thing, Frank. He made the plays when he needed to, like that read option in overtime, 4th and 1.
That's
like
the
Brady's
one.
never gonna
one.
pull that and take that for a first down there. Obviously, big throws on the last drive when it was needed. I thought the best part of the game was the halftime show.
100%.
To be honest with you, even when the game was close and there was some drama at the end of it, I really wasn't that interested, other than maybe because I was getting crushed on every prop bet that I put in.
Oh my God, SGPs were fucking dead at half.
I mean, they were absolutely
overtime
dead.
saved my life.
Yeah.
Because what did I have? Well, I got lucky. I did take CMC first touchdown,
Okay.
but I had like 5 other guys first touchdown, and CMC was obviously the lowest
Right.
odds, so
Yeah.
I like barely made money there. And then I had Mahomes over 1.5 touchdown throws. Didn't hit till the final throw of the game.
Nice.
And then I just kept doubling down on Chiefs money line the further the game got.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing okay, but every fun thing missed.
I was in the same boat as you, Frank. I just kind of rode the Chiefs money line a couple times, hit that.
Out of panic.
Right. And then, but it was like they were always in the seat where it was the Niners could have put them away many times that game, and they just couldn't get that 2-score.
Because Brock does not have that in him.
Right.
He doesn't.
And they were just lingering around, and you were like, dude, this is a recipe for a Mahomes comeback. 2 minutes left, drives down the field, scores. Like, we've seen it a million times, right?
Yes.
Outside of that, I had the Mahomes rushing prop over 25 yards and then use check over the 25 yards receiving. But everything else
Use check hit, right?
Yeah, that
that
hit.
one little,
Yep.
that little whatever.
He hit-
Right off the rip.
Right off the rip, he had like a 20-yard pass.
Yeah.
So other than that, all my other SGPs were dead and gone.
Kittle was invisible.
He had like 6 yards.
if that.
Yeah.
I think he had 4.
4, yeah.
Yeah. And he
2
did nothing.
grabs.
And he did nothing versus us.
Right.
So Kittle like completely disappeared.
A lot of shocking points in the game. McCaffrey's fumble early. Pacheco fumbled early. Mahomes threw that duck to start the second half. Kelsey tried to blow up Andy Reid on the sideline. But the craziest thing of the whole game was no one knowing the overtime rules.
On the San Fran side.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, you saw the NFL films by now. Everyone just saying, I can't believe they took the ball. Do they know what they're doing? Like, Kansas City was like giddy when they said that they were going to take the ball. And I think it was Juszczyk went into the huddle and put the helmet on when they were getting ready for kickoff. And he's like, so do they get the ball still, right, if we score? Like, I don't think anyone was clear on it.
Mind-blowing, dude. Mind-blowing.
That's coaching 101.
Yes.
Inexcusable.
And like, think of like that first overtime running out, and everyone's screaming like, why aren't they calling a timeout and all of that? Like, I think it was mind-blowing that like the Chiefs said they've been talking about playoff overtime since like training camp. Like, and even before the playoffs happened, like they knew the rules, they knew what the hell was up. Insane to me that never came up and wasn't coached, and San Fran had no idea.
Now,
And,
this
like,
was
why
the
are
whole
you kicking that
playoffs,
field goal?
right?
What's that?
It was for the whole playoffs.
Yeah,
those are
yes,
the rules.
yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
Well, because like games, I feel like until recently haven't gone to playoffs in the overtime.
Yeah.
Like that was the first walk-off win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So does that make it hurt a little more for the Lions game? Because if they would have just took it to overtime, you automatically get a chance now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, does that not make it hurt a little worse? Because I'm going to be honest with you. During that game, I didn't know that. I thought this was a Super Bowl thing. I didn't know this was a whole playoff thing. I thought this was the first time they were rolling it out was during the Super Bowl. So it was kind of a surprise to me when they put the graphic
They changed it after the
up.
Bills game. They changed it after that KC Bills game.
Yes.
When the Bills lost the game with 13 seconds left or whatever, and they lost the coin flip, and KC went down and scored. Then they changed it.
Yeah.
I thought it was like mind blowing that no one knew. There was a lot of things in this game that just like, it was so sloppy to start, like you mentioned. I officially do not like Travis Kelce. Like, it's official. Don't like him at all. What was he doing? Like pushing Reed? What was he doing?
You hear him on his podcast. He's like, I got fired up. I love Coach Reed. It's like, you don't do that. Like
it was like so disrespectful.
Yeah, that's beyond that.
And then his fucking Viva Las Vegas speech
that
at the end,
sucked.
I wanted to die.
Yeah,
I wanted
terrible.
to fucking die. So I just fucking need Taylor to break up with him or the contract end, whatever it is. I need it done. I need it done, Chandler. I'm over it, man. I'm over him. I'm done with it all.
Frank's done with Trav. Frank done with Trav.
Fuck this season, man. It was so awesome, and then the last 2 weeks just such a fart noise.
Such an anticlimactic finish, like such a boring Manila finish.
It's so funny. It was a walk-off win in overtime, man.
No.
It was so boring.
But it was. I mean, it just was, and it's just like, oh, we're starting the season again, and
there was no storylines in this game. Like, it was like, okay, we're just adding to Mahomes' dynasty. Like, Brock Purdy ain't gonna win this fucking game. Shanahan's not getting it done.
You just can't tell me we don't go out there and beat the fucking doors off of both those teams. That's what was the worst part of the whole thing.
Yes, 100%.
Like, mash.
But I want to talk about halftime show a little more.
Yeah.
We can get into that. Yeah. So I thought it rocked. Couple of notes I had. Alicia Keys looks great, but she opens up on the piano, misses that note to start. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Yeah, I did.
If you go and watch the NFL's YouTube version of it, they cleaned up the
completely
note.
brushed it.
Yeah, they completely cleaned it up. So
Yes.
she nails the note. So I don't know. It's just funny to think the internet 10 years from now, people are gonna go back and watch that and be like, no, she missed that note. Just kind of interesting shit that whatever. Cleaned up her note, but she did awesome. It was still great. Usher, fucking Herculean effort. Couldn't believe he popped the top. Didn't know you were allowed to still.
Dude,
do
that guy
stuff
looks like
that.
he's 30.
Yeah,
he is fucking
46. I think.
I know, crazy.
I thought that at first I thought Lil Jon was going to steal the show with "Turn Down for What."
Yeah,
he looks better than he looks better now than he did.
He shredded
he was
that
at the top of the world. But then the winner for me was Ludacris. I just love Luda so much, and I just love that verse on "Yeah." And I thought he ripped it.
he was like word of mouth Luda.
He had the fro going.
When he had the fro going,
Sick.
yes. It was like a blast from the past. I was hoping that he was just going to go off script and start
Welcome
playing
to Atlanta.
yes, Roll Out or something,
Yes.
something like
Move,
that.
bitch.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I didn't want an Usher song with
No.
him. I wanted him to take a couple
Solo.
songs and then go back.
Dude, it was just when
Blueberry
it
Yum-Yums.
first started though. I didn't know where to look. You remember that it was flamethrowers, the guy flipping over the top.
Yes.
I was like, well, this is
Usher rollerblading, dude. He was
he
shredding the
rollerbladed.
blades,
It was
dude.
sick.
Yes.
Yeah, they ripped it, and I think the NFL's learned that our age group, they just got to get people from that.
Have to.
from
100%.
that era to do these shows.
It's so funny because I ate dinner with my grandparents on Tuesday this week, and my grandpa was asking me about the Super Bowl, and he's like, "I don't. Why do they have these clowns at halftime? Because he doesn't understand
"Shut up,
Usher."
old man.
And I'm like, "Well, a lot of people like him." He's like, "I'd honestly rather see a marching band." And me and Maddie my wife looked at each other, and we were kind of like, "All right, well, no one else wants to, Grandpa."
Can you imagine? They're
you're 89.
trotting out the Ohio State marching band.
Dot in the eye.
Dude, that's funny.
Oh my God! I'd turn the TV off if a marching band rolled out at halftime.
That's funny.
But dude, Chandler, you're right. I don't remember any commercials. I didn't. Not one sticks out to me.
Nothing.
No.
What I say? Don't watch them. They
Don't really
suck.
pay attention. Yeah.
They suck. No one's creative. Even regular commercials suck now. No one's creative anymore.
The one interesting commercial thing I saw. Like, I didn't see it when it happened, but did you see like Kanye's
Yes.
his iPhone thing?
Yes.
It was like into the back of his car recording it.
So I actually whatever you think of Kanye, I thought that was like pretty genius.
Brilliant.
Yes.
So he does a $7 million 30-second iPhone video in the back of a car, and it's like not even a nice iPhone video. Like, it's really shitty. But I heard he made $19.5 million in direct revenue from the commercial.
Yep.
Which is nuts.
And he has the platinum grill in.
Teeth,
Yes. Had the
Aren't they
platinum grill.
titanium?
Titanium.
Yes,
That's what
yeah,
it was.
titanium.
Grill in. And didn't he say, like, I don't have money. I spent all my money on the time slot, so I didn't spend any money on production. Isn't that part of the commercial? Or did he come out after and say that?
I think it's part of it. I think there's not. He doesn't even really say anything.
He's like
just
ranting.
He's just like hey, so we wanted to do a Super Bowl commercial.
Yes.
The budget was this, so there's no production value. Here's the commercial. Go to Yeezy.com. There's some shoes for you, and it like cuts. Like, that's it.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, that was pretty good. The Nickelodeon, I didn't watch it, but like the screen grabs of it always like crack me up.
Hilarious.
And Twitter is actually the best during the Super Bowl. Like, Twitter is so funny during the Super Bowl to me, and like all the screenshots of Nickelodeon were like just so funny, and just they have like Patrick like critiquing Pacheco for fumbling and stuff, and I just think that stuff's like a home run. I think they did a good job with that stuff.
So I have to ask you guys, have you looked at a mock draft yet? Now
No.
that the season's officially
I looked
over?
at one, and they got Kool-Aid dropping to Detroit
I saw that
at
too.
29.
Feels like destiny.
I mean, dude, I'll fucking be on all fours if we get Kool-Aid.
For me, like, being honest, like, we're late in the draft now, so like I don't even almost know who's back there. Obviously, I'll take a look, and but how can you even like try to guess that late in the draft with Brad Holmes?
Yeah, you can't at all. But I just love, like, this was our Super Bowl, like, normally this
For
time
sure.
of year was like Lions, like, oh, mock drafts, let's start seeing it. This year, obviously, the Flares like tampered down with them because we're at the end of the first round. I did see one though, not Kool-Aid McKinstry, but the Great White Hope, Cooper DeJean, cornerback out of Iowa, going to Detroit.
Wow.
He would be
Okay.
the first white corner in the league since I think Jason Sehorn, and the first in the first round since Jason Sehorn as
Jason
well.
Sehorn, that guy was a legend.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. One, I know we're bouncing around a little bit, but there was one play I had on here that stuck out, and it wakes me up in the middle of the night from the Super Bowl. And it really just showed how like great Mahomes really is. Was MVS going completely backwards on the final drive of regulation. That was fucking crazy to me. 6-yard, like, at the corner there, and he gets touch, reestablishes, and just runs. He lost
5 yards?
like 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, thank God for Mahomes to just pick that back up. It's crazy to me if they gave that guy an act. Can you imagine like Amon-Ra St. Brown like with like on that roster? Like, can you imagine him with like a real receiver?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be unbelievable. It'd be unbelievable.
He's so good, man.
I'm hearing that he's might get extensions.
I did hear that as
25
well.
mil a year.
Whatever he wants.
Lock him up,
Yeah,
man.
what do you want?
I don't care.
Amon-Ra, whatever you want.
Yes.
We're here for it.
Yeah, we love you, brother.
So we'll wrap this up, get into snack time. I will say this, though. I've never been less pumped. I love summertime. I love golf season, but I just want next year to be here.
Oh yeah.
This is our year. We knew we were going to win the division this year. Like, this is our year.
It's gonna be really. I mean, already looking ahead, but like Green Bay is gonna be like back.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna have like a division
Yes.
fight this year. It's gonna
Chicago's might
be
be.
sick. No, they suck.
They might be aight.
No.
They might be aight.
No, they're going to be dead last. I'll shake on that right now. The amount of money. They're
And
gonna
how
be dead
great
last.
is it?
I don't care who they draft. I don't care who they keep. They fucking stink, man.
Might be aight.
And know what's great? They have the number 1 pick in Detroit this year, so
Yeah.
we get to boo and
Birds.
heckle Caleb Williams right off
We'll
the
be doing a
rip.
video for that boy.
Oh,
That's gonna
of
be
course.
We
awesome.
will be out and about.
Have you guys ever been to a draft before? Did you go when it was in Chicago?
Chicago, I
Yeah.
did, yeah. But I wasn't there during the like
Picks?
picking.
Yeah, yeah.
I just bopped around like one of the days.
Dude, there's gonna be
Did you have,
so
like, an
many
Urlacher
fucking
jersey
people.
on?
No, Chandler, I didn't have an Urlacher jersey on. Do you have your thumb up your ass?
Not currently. All right, let's get off sports for a minute. Guys, did you hear the news from Tuesday?
Not till you said anything.
Yeah. Do you want me to lie? Are we supposed to pretend? No, what happened?
Yeah, it was dialed in.
Oh my
actually.
God, what happened?
Why didn't you hear about it? Bill Post, creator of the Pop-Tarts, passed away at 96.
Jesus.
Pop-Tarts, local brand.
Are they?
Yeah, because
I didn't know that.
they were mingled in with Kellogg's and then Post cereal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, local brand to Grand Rapids, Battle Creek area, creator of the Pop-Tarts. I don't know about you guys, but growing up, like Pop-Tarts were like always in the pantry.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like, always had some Pop-Tarts. Maybe had them for a snack. Maybe had them for breakfast. Maybe had them for dessert. Didn't really matter. I love Pop-Tarts.
Same. Well, I think we've done this before, but what was your favorite?
I mean, favorite got to be brown cinnamon sugar for me.
No question.
Got to be.
It's brown cinnamon sugar like 100
Yes.
feet, and then number 2 comes in.
I agree 100% on that one.
I like that one too. But I also fuck heavy with the hot fudge sundae one.
That's
That
just,
one's-
of course you do.
You guys ever
You are gutter.
Yeah, you would eat a hot.
You guys, you never
6:30
tarted
in the
out,
morning.
boys. I've been tarting out for years. Okay, cinnamon sugar, wild berry, cookies and cream.
The wild berry is good, but like there's like you can't like for me it was like to have a box of the like the s'mores or like the hot
S'mores
fudge
was
sundae.
good.
Like it's just like that's like a lot. Like
Yes.
you can't have that every
It's
day for
dessert.
breakfast.
You ever go ice cream sandwich with them?
No.
Oh wow.
All right, you sicko.
You are a rat. You are a rat.
You guys don't know your tarts.
I was looking up flavors.
Yeah.
And I was
They're
looking
they're off the wall now.
banana bread,
Yep.
No.
Apple Jacks,
Yep.
Snickerdoodle, Eggo waffle. I couldn't
bonkers.
believe it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. What else I couldn't believe? I got a list from eatthis.com.
Whoa. Sounds like
And
sounds like a sounds like a spooky agenda there, Chandler.
eat this XXX.
Yeah.
Eat this. So I actually got this. It's like circulating around the internet right now.
Okay.
And everyone's saying this. Strawberry, specifically Pop-Tarts, are the third unhealthiest snack
What in the world?
out there for you. You wouldn't believe what Eat This has ranked as the #1 unhealthiest snack. Just take a quick guess. Snacks include cookies,
Yeah.
chips, crackers, anything.
Is it like something we'd know and we've had growing up?
Yes.
Fruit roll up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Oreos.
Okay. Both good guesses. Ritz Bits cheese sandwich crackers.
Wait, really?
No way.
Is the unhealthiest ranking on this list
That's shocking.
with buffalo wing Snyder's pretzel pieces after.
Oh, I love those.
Yes.
Fuck you up. Yeah.
The honey one or
Yeah.
the honey mustard
Dude,
ones.
Those are the buffalo ones.
the
Okay.
Snyder's like cake your
yeah.
fingers.
I
Are you
that,
kidding?
that
like
makes
cake?
sense.
I'm not talking Cheeto dust. I'm talking cake batter on your fingers, dude. Like you have to go like take a shower
Yes.
when you're done.
I feel like at Michigan State we used to
Yes.
motor those down.
The honey mustard.
Yes, that
The
was my
onion-
prime Snyder.
100%. I'd go to the library like
Went from Snyder's to Snyder.
yes, cake the fingers up, do nothing
Dude.
at the library, and then go to Rick's.
You need like a Brillo pad to get the dust off of those.
Yes, 100%.
You know, but I was a little shocked
Smelling like
because this list has like Cheetos ahead of Chips Ahoy.
Really?
As unhealthy. And I always thought
mean,
like
I could see that.
Yeah, it's
Nutella, Oreos, like you said, I would think those are the unhealthiest snacks. Instead, they're things like Cheeto Puffs,
Love those.
snack pack pudding.
Oh, yeah.
Those are
packages.
disgusting.
Those are a top 5. So it was just a little weird for me.
Do
But
you guys ever eat the Trix puddings? They were like
Yeah, those are
just candy,
good. I thought they
liquid
were like
candy.
yogurt though.
Yes, they were.
Yogurt,
Not
right?
pudding. They
Yeah.
were not pudding.
Yeah,
That's
those
correct.
were good though.
those were good too. But
Get your shit
Pop-Tarts,
straight.
Bob Post, RIP. Last question.
RIP,
Toasted
brother.
or untoasted?
Toasted, no doubt.
Toast me, Robert.
Wow.
I mean, if I'm given a preference,
Okay, I'm untoasted.
like you choose that.
I would choose it. Sitting in my kitchen, have a toaster handy. I'm going untoasted.
When's the last time you guys ate a Pop-Tart?
I don't know.
Dude, it used to kind of be my like. If
couldn't tell you last time I ate
if
a
I didn't
Pop-Tart.
have like breakfast or a meal or something, I would get like a Pop-Tart from a vending machine, and be like, okay, good, I'm good,
Yeah.
I'm good now. But it's been a while. It's been a minute.
I don't think I've had a Pop-Tart in, I don't know, 3-4 years.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna take it one step further here. I'm gonna play a little video for you, but
Is it of Bill Post?
No, I wish. It's did you guys ever go sick fuck on it and put butter on a Pop-Tart?
No.
You never
Just
did that?
ice cream.
My mom would put butter on a fucking toasted
Wow.
Pop-Tart for me growing up. And I've said this to people, and they're like, you sick fuck. Like, who's done that? It's wild. It wasn't even my idea. My mom used to do it. But let me tell you,
Sure,
this
throw
is
your
so
mom under the
popular,
bus.
It's made it to Family Guy.
No way.
Listen.
Have Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so frickin' good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should. I was sitting in the kitchen one day and I was itching to fill up my belly with the piping hot jelly of the best damn treat in the world.
He's talking Pop-Tarts.
And I saw a stick of butter and it almost made me shudder and scream like a baby girl. I don't want a giant penis or a rocket trip to Venus. I don't want to win the lottery. I just want to squat and gobble till I'm dizzy and I wobble in a butterfruit and Joe's hot dream.
So like it's a thing.
Fucking
People
goat
do it.
show. That
Really?
show rocks.
Yeah, so that's Family Guy butter on a Pop-Tart. It's a real thing, and it truly is like it's so gluttonously Americanly delicious.
So it sounds
fucked
like
up.
it melts after you toast it. You just glob it on, and then it'll melt right on there.
Yeah, you make it real wet. You lube it up essentially. You
Man.
lube it up, and it's good, man. It's
I might
good
have
shit.
to tart out here soon and try to
I'm
pop.
thinking about tarting out with
Pop-Tart
the butter, too.
I
Yeah.
know.
I think midsummer we toast a couple on the pavement. And,
Yeah, I
throw
could
some
go for
butter
a
on it.
Pop-Tart right now.
Oh yeah, could you? Well, let's start fucking snack time. Bro.
Whoa!
From the grave.
Because I got 3 boxes of Pop-Tarts.
Holy shit. You got a
man.
toaster up here?
There's one downstairs.
Should I get it?
Yeah, go grab it. It's in the. It's under the. It's not under the sink. It's under the microwave.
Shout out, Bill.
All right, so Lou's gonna go grab the toaster. We got the outlet right here. Let's toast these.
All right, let's try it. You got butter?
There's plates too. I got napkins, whatever.
We're going raw.
No, we don't have butter. We got like Taco Bell sauce. So, dude, I went and got these, stopped at the store on the way here, and like you said, they have flavors that they have now. Mm-hmm. I was like, I hope they have Pop-Tarts. I turn the corner, there is like a whole wall section of Pop-Tarts. So fucking overwhelming. And we know with snack time, we try to get the weirdest shit there is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I could not decipher what the weirdest one was. Like it was hard. Like we would not have been in consensus of what the weirdest things were. So I got 3 boxes of tarts here.
All right.
So I'll start with the least weird.
Okay.
And the reason I went one like I could have went weirder, but they're all kind of in the same range. They're all like candy type. So I wanted to get one fruity.
Okay.
So I got raspberry frosted.
Okay.
Which I had never heard. There were always strawberry
Cherry.
and cherry and blueberry.
Wildberry.
Blueberry and wildberry. I never saw raspberry.
Okay.
either.
Fair.
And guys, to be honest, I went a little selfish here. I could have went weirder. They had grape.
Ooh. Whoa.
They had
never had
grape.
their grape.
I should have got grape, but I'll tell you, raspberry is my favorite like fruit in the world. So I got raspberry selfishly. So we got raspberry.
Should I pop 2 of these in the toaster?
1 or 2. 'Cause,
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Well, we're gonna open the pack. There's 2 in
Number
there. Right?
2, frosted cookies and cream.
That looks bomb.
Those are bomb. I've had those.
That looks gas.
So I'm skating after this, so I'm definitely gonna have like
you'll
nice
feel
tummy
like
ache.
shit.
Yeah, I'll feel like I always feel like shit. So
tummy ache.
Yeah, you're right. I called it a tummy ache for that reason. All right.
Tummy.
Okay, pull your thumb out of your ass. So they're not even Oreo; it's cookies and cream. And then this is the weirdest one on the shelf.
Okay.
And it's brand new, so not a lot of people have had it. Apple Jacks, and the filling looks haunting.
It does. Show that to the camera there.
Well, I should have shown
Town,
them
as
all.
Mike would
Holy
say.
shit.
That's it. See, that's another inside joke. No one gets that but us. So,
I do like Apple Jacks, though.
hey, by the way, I'm just looking at. I love Apple Jacks. And speaking of Apple Jacks, don't you remember like the apple and the cinnamon stick were like nuts and crazy? Look at them now. They're they look like fucking candy asses.
Yeah, it's like a
pop
child
the cookies and
cartoon.
cream.
Show the yeah.
You see that, Mike? You see that? Look
see
at those
that, Mike?
caricatures. Wow.
All right, yeah, pop these in. We
Country, man.
probably put them next to each other. You want the double? Maybe not.
All right, I'll open these Apple Jacks up one for us.
All right.
Well, Chaney likes them raw too. So
how
maybe
long do we go on the P-tarts?
I mean, you got to think, 30 seconds?
Probably more than that, right? Or is it short? I just don't remember.
I don't remember either. I mean, I literally, this is nostalgic. This, like, thin.
shitty
It was set to
wrapping
5
paper.
minutes. That was way too much.
Burn it down.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have some burnt jacks.
Look
on
at this. Where do you get this? It's like
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, and you gotta imagine when Pop Tarts were first launched that it was just like cut your finger foil that it
Smells
was
like
wrapped
those
in.
are.
Done.
No,
It just
like,
got in there.
it smells like there's like something else in the toaster. Like,
Toaster hasn't been used in a while.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I mean, you
maybe
pulled it
that's
from
the-
under the sink. Probably should have shaken it out. Probably some shit. in
my
college.
mistake.
Yeah,
All right, we'll get this one.
I mean that's the.
This is the next
HQ
wave.
toaster, man. It's not high quality stuff.
The Ajax Pop Tarts.
Yeah. All right, so what do we got in there? A raspberry and a cookies and cream?
Yep.
All right, Cash. In the meantime,
Oh, I put butter on a Pop-Tart. It was so freaking good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart?
What do you guys think of like the knockoff like protein Pop-Tarts? Like, is that like
the fuck is that?
Yeah,
I'm not touching that shit.
I brought it up today, and
Kind
a
of
girl at my
disrespectful you're doing this on the day of Bill Post's death.
I brought it up. The girl at our front desk today had a protein Pop-Tart.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you see what I'm smelling?
Yeah, something's burning. There's some like bagel dust from college and crisp.
Smells like there's a piece of cardboard in there.
Okay, fucking back alley Mexico deals. You're worried about a burnt Pop-Tart.
Speak tongue, man.
You got that native tongue, do you, boy?
I think you could. I think you
I
might.
hit the bagel button.
I mean, they all do the same thing, right?
All right, let's see. They got to be ready.
No, they're not.
All right, man.
They're not.
What are you?
Okay, you're like cold tart guy. What do you
Chan,
fucking
want a
know?
cold tart?
I mean, I'll try it. I mean, what are we gonna do? We're like killing time here. I don't know what to say anymore.
I mean,
There's 1 and 1 in there.
you could talk about those protein bites or whatever you're talking about.
Yeah, I could. I just, it was like, it's like a healthy Pop-Tart, but I kind of get like pissed when they do that shit. Like,
Yeah, I'm mad
like
right
junk
now.
food is junk food. You don't make junk food healthy.
Like healthy chips they got
Yeah.
now.
Something
Well, I eat some of those sometimes
burning
too.
in the toaster. I mean, that's not.
100%, dude. That's good. We get the idea. Snap that bitch in 3.
Oh, this is bad radio, but
What is
what's
on
the
there?
tart? I think we're all right.
Looks like there's everything bagel seasoning on.
Yeah, I
it.
think there is. That's okay.
No, that's the cookie crumble.
Yeah, we're good. It's just burning.
Okay, there we go. You want to throw this tart in?
I want like ice cream on this one, like you said, Lou. Yeah,
Throw that tart in
yeah.
there.
You want to be white trash gutter too now, don't you?
I do. Fuck, I do.
Oh man! All right, let's
Come
break
to my
it up
come
here.
to my
Dude, I'm
small
telling
town.
you, there was 20 more flavors. They had what you mentioned. One of them, banana bread.
Yeah, Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodle. The grape one was nutty. The
Yeah.
wild berry was there.
Eggo waffle.
No Eggo waffle.
Okay.
That's sweet though. Okay. No frosting.
Frank, you gotta show the
cheese.
You gotta show the camera. Pizzo got all Frank's frosting up in his bite. You're a jelly. That's like the
Sweet. No, this
that's
is cool.
the healthy one with no frosting.
By the way, if we're gonna talk Pop-Tarts, we should talk about the Pop-Tart Bowl and how it was the greatest marketing experience of all time, where they had the Pop-Tart sacrifice himself, where he
Yes.
like wanted to be sacrificed. It was his destiny.
Yes.
That was like the most amazing marketing I've ever seen. I can only imagine Bill Post came up with that. The late great Bill Post. Thank you for that. Oh, this is cooked to perfection.
Oh, man.
It's a little hot. I mean, you might not like it. All right, what do we
let's
got?
get after the
I got
raspberry
the
one here.
raspberry. I got no frosting. Just
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, raspberry. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Fuck, man. Hot. There's a bagel setting hot as
Yeah.
fuck.
There's cream cheese on mine.
Jesus, dude. I gotta do that breathing.
Okay, that rocks.
Where it's so hot you breathe in between chews.
I think you're being kind of a candy house. We got there's another one in there. All right.
That tastes like your classic Pop-Tart.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
Producer
Raspberry
Mike.
must have been a thing because that tasted like familiar.
I want to try the Applejack one.
Ah, there we go.
6.1.
Fresh out the oven, nephew.
Whoa, 6.1?
6.1.
That
like
seems
it?
low
I need
for me.
more.
Here, you want to bust this boy up?
Yeah. You
God,
you
that
want me to
was
bust it
good.
up?
I can pop another one in there.
I think that's better than 6.1.
We have like 24 Pop-Tarts.
That's a lot.
Thank you. All right, so
You happy with the frosting on that one?
yeah, I am.
Okay, good.
Last one had no fucking frosting. I'm gonna bitch about that. All right, raspberry. I want more of that. I thought that was good.
I thought it was
I
good, too.
enjoyed that. I'm gonna give that a clean 8. Right on the
Wow.
nose. 8.
I'm going right in between you guys. I had 7.2.
Yeah.
7.2, just above a 7. It's kind of tough, though, because I don't remember the other flavors. I can't go too high in case I like one of these
I
other
should have
ones
bought more
better.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
We should have done like the
All
regulars.
16.
Yeah.
Break me off a piece of that cookies and cream, Frank.
Oh, I thought you had some.
dude.
Yeah, me too.
Have a heart.
Here you go, Mike.
you.
Producer Mike.
All right, let's
Do you
get
have,
after
does
this
he have
one.
cookies and cream?
I don't.
Right now,
this one you can't see it, but it's like gooing out of each hole.
Yeah.
it's kind of
Okay.
wild.
Yeah. Eatme.com or whatever channel
yeah.
it was on.
Eat this.
Cheers.
Ooh,
That's good.
I like that a lot.
decadent. Yeah.
Really chocolatey.
Yeah.
Really
7.8.
chocolatey.
Wow.
Oh my God. This is dessert. There's no way a elementary school kid can eat this for breakfast.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Lou did.
I mean,
Growing up every day.
you're going to get, there's no way. No wonder why we're an obese I mean, dude, this thing
But dude,
is
this
like
is like
a
what I feel
cake.
like we were raised on. Like my household had like this, all the cereals, like every day in high school. I'm not bullshitting. I had a fruit roll up, a fruit by the foot, and a Gushers pack in my lunch with a fucking Little Debbie.
I like that. Cookies and cream.
I do
Yeah.
too. But for me, my brain breaks because like Pop-Tarts are always breakfast for me.
Yeah, this is not like a traditional Pop-Tart. I still like it better than the raspberry.
No question.
I'm going to go 7.5.
I'm lower. I'm going 7.2. I like the raspberry more.
No way.
This is good though.
Yeah. You're wrong.
Okay. What's your? Do you have a score? Or you just want to
Yeah, I
tell
said
everyone?
7.8.
I wasn't listening to you.
Give producer Mike one of those Applejack ones.
God, so needy.
See that. So, all
We
right.
pay producer Mike and Pop-Tarts.
Mike, what one do you like better? Cookies and cream or the raspberry?
I'd say raspberry. I was a strawberry Pop-Tart guy. Oddly enough, I only ate them every day after school at like 3:30. With
Yeah.
like a glass of
Timestamp
milk.
on them.
Are you on a mic right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
With like a glass of milk and like no, not heated up either. It was kind of weird. Like listening to you guys, I was like, oh, I didn't like.
I don't heat them up either.
They're called Pop-Tarts because they pop out of the whatever. Okay.
All right, last one,
Heat
Applejacks.
them up.
And look at
Ajax.
Look at it.
new.
Look at it.
This is new.
I will say the goo inside this one looks the most manufactured.
Yeah, it really does.
It's like glowing orange.
Yeah. Nope.
All right, let's get in here.
Here we go. Cheers.
Good.
No,
Ooh,
Worst one.
I'm not a big fan of this.
dude, this tastes like it was made. It was made in a lab, but this tastes like it was. It's got like lab.
5.2.
I don't
Yes.
know if I can give it that.
No, these stink.
They're not good.
The Applejack Pop-Tarts stink.
3.7.
Bill's rolling in his
I'm with
grave
you,
right
Jamie.
now.
I'm with you. I got like 3.6.
I would never buy an Applejack's Pop-Tart.
Never.
No, but we have 8 of them, so we gotta eat them.
Somebody will eat those eventually.
Yeah, Mike likes them. I bet.
All right, so we had 3 Pop-Tarts. Cookies and cream, raspberry, Applejacks. Unanimously across the board, Applejacks is the worst.
Yeah,
No
I
question.
thought raspberry was the best. You guys liked.
I like cookies and cream the
And
best.
Mike went with raspberry, I believe.
Nice.
That's right.
Even split.
Damn. So we'll have to get in more boxes next week.
Yep.
There's so many. Gotta try them.
I will say this. I'd eat either raspberry or cookies and cream. I'd buy 'em.
Definitely.
I wouldn't just eat them. I would buy either of those.
Yeah. But what you know what's funny is like we had like a little bite of them. I feel like I'm good. I got my Pop-Tart fix. Like back in the day, I was just popping 2 in,
Oh,
buttering
easy.
them up, slobbering
Yeah.
2 of them down. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Now you have like 3 bites. That's good. Pretty good.
Dude, Mike. So Mike mentioned, eating it right after school, like 3:30. Do you guys have like after school snacks that stick out to you? Because I'd get home and just be like hungry as hell and be like, I need something right
Yeah.
now.
Usually cereal, honestly.
Yeah.
I was a big cereal guy right after school.
You know what I did a lot of
Fruity
was
Pebbles.
either Hot Pockets or
Oh,
pizza
yeah.
rolls.
Yep,
I loved
definitely.
those growing up.
Bagel bites.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Ooh.
bagel bites, pizza bites, pizza rolls. Those were kind of my go-tos for sure.
I wish we had air fryers at that time because they're like all that stuff is so much better in air fryers than it was like mic'd up.
And like I had no patience to wait for an oven,
No,
or a
yeah.
stove. That was insane.
Preheat the
I would
oven.
never do that.
Yeah, no.
Like what the fuck? I got shit to do. TRL's on.
All my buddies are gaming.
Yeah, the boys are fucking gaming.
TRL's head.
Yeah, all right. Well, that was
Tartan.
thank you, Bill Pop-Tart, for your services to the fast breakfast industry. Let's do a few more sports things here and then close with some over-under. What do you think?
Rocket.
All right, so the Wings are back from their big break. Get a huge W versus Vancouver. Did not play well. Probably did not deserve to win that game.
No.
But against all odds at home, they take down Vancouver, who is a wagon, an absolute wagon. Wallman scores on overtime on a penalty shot. Does the gritty. Is like a guy who grew up watching Steve Yzerman and Barry Sanders, I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's his thing, and I can accept that the kids love it, and it's his thing, so we let it go. Not how I personally would celebrate goals, but I'm not in the NHL, so who the fuck cares?
Yeah, take it easy, Grandpa.
I'm just being honest. What, you into the gritty?
I'm into it because it's bringing national attention to the Wings. Is it not? I'm like, every Twitter thing is reposting it. ESPN is. I like it because it's bringing national attention to the Red Wings.
True. That's fine. I'll take you on that one.
Okay.
We don't have to get into it anymore. I'm not going to start hating on them.
Didn't the NHL say something about it?
I don't know.
I think they came out today and said something about issued a warning or something about Jake Wallman doing the gritty because they think that NHL sends a warning to players after another gritty celebration. The NHL has issued warnings to both the Detroit Red Wings and Vancouver Canucks following an incident involving Red Wings defenseman Jake Wallman.
Come on.
This is from Daily Hockey Dose.
Okay. What's the warning? Stop doing that, or
I guess so.
What does it do?
People are like pissed. Oh, LMAO crying over the gritty when you have players being assaulted for scoring in open nets. Clear what the NHL priorities are. So I think they're basically saying like, hey, don't try to retaliate tonight because he did the gritty after the game-winning goal.
Oh God, fucking the world is so. I mean, he should get his ass kicked for getting. I mean, so what I was gonna say is, we play Vancouver. Not is it
Tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah, 10 o'clock tonight.
Not tonight. So, we play them tonight, and I'm nervous as hell for this game. If I was betting with my head, I would bet the house on Vancouver just because they're a really good team. Now we're on the road, and we grittied on them in overtime in a comeback win. But I feel like I'm being pretty negative. But Wings, like you said, Channy, last week, very tough road trip right now. Huge 2 points to even pull out versus Vancouver. The Edmonton game was soul sucking. If you guys stayed up to watch that one,
Didn't.
I had
brutal.
hockey that night.
Yeah, McDavid 6 assists. Wings go down 3-1, tie it 3-3 going into the third. I had Wings live plus 2.5. I almost went to bed, man. I was like, that is cash. They're not going to give up 4 goals in the third. Well, they gave up 5, and they lost 8-4. Just kind of a gutless performance. Husso got hurt again. And again, another game where Patrick Kane plays awesome, goal and an assist, weapon, we lose. I can't figure it out. I want it to stop.
I agree. That game was tough. I actually only saw the first half of it. We had our beer league game that night, so I missed the 5-goal barrage.
It was bonkers.
Yeah.
They were like beer league goals, wide open in the slot, just tap-ins. You can't even blame Lyon too much.
And like you were saying, Frank, you'd throw the house on Vancouver tonight. Vegas likes Vancouver too, minus 185 on the money line.
Yeah. So here's the thing about the Wings right now. You've turned the All-Star break. You're fighting for a 7th, 8th, 6th seed, something like that. You're in the best division in the NHL, or arguably the best division in the NHL. You got to go take it. You got to want it. No one's going to hand this thing to you. So like I said last week, all my eyes are on the loaned. You got to have these boys fired up. I don't care what you got to do. You got to dig deep. And you got to win these games. I thought Larkin was pretty invisible versus Edmonton. Couple of plays, Raymond had him kind of set up in front. He gets a little lazy, skates by the net. Need him to show up in a big way. Need the big dogs to eat. And I don't care how hard the schedule is. We're on this road trip on the West Coast playing good teams, and we come home and we play Colorado. They don't give a shit. No one's going to lay down for us. You got to go take these games. You got to somehow, some way come out with 4 of 8 points on the road, which would be going 2-2 or some combination of overtime wins and losses. But this is it. I mean, this is the time of the season. We were never going to waltz into the playoffs. You got to go take it. And I'm curious to see who steps up in these next couple months.
Right, and I don't know the X's and O's of hockey like you guys, but just from a perspective of how the season's playing out, 3 weeks from tomorrow, or when we release it today, NHL trade deadline. So what you do in these next 2 weeks determines, are you buyers? Are you sellers? Are you staying pat and just trying to squeak in the playoffs? Hypothetically, Wings rip off 4 out of the next 5. You think they become buyers at that point in time. Wings lose 4 out of the next 5. I don't think they sell, but they're probably staying pat at that point in time.
Yeah, and I mean, the way this season has gone, I would love to pull up the actual numbers of the chunks that we win and lose games. And I'm a little nervous because we're on this tough road trip.
Chunk.
Yeah, we just had the good chunk.
Right.
Had a long break, won another game, great. Now you lose that one in pretty disheartening fashion. And you got another tough one tonight. So it's so hard to like judge this team because I feel like when we say they're trash, they win 5 in a row, and then when we say they're playing great and we're so fucking back, baby, they lose 4 in a row. So it's just a fucking roller coaster.
And we have a tough road trip coming up here with the Canucks tonight, Flames, who kind of stink on Saturday, but then it's Kraken, Avalanche, Blues.
Yeah, and the Blues aren't great, but like
middle of the road.
Yeah, but
it
it's
easily turn into a 2-win out of 6 games type deal.
Can we all agree, though? Like, how fun, man. 2/3 of the way through the season, we're in the playoffs. April and the D could be back. Remember that back in the day, April and the D was a huge jam, and for the last 7 years, it's been April is a morgue. Yeah. Because the Tigers stink, the Pistons stink, which hasn't changed, and the Red Wings haven't made the playoffs. So
I kind of think we should, like, as a group, make an April in the D song.
Okay.
Producer Mike knows how to chop up beats. He's our musical guy.
We'll get back in the lab.
Yeah, we'll get back in the lab.
Pizzo spits fire.
Yeah,
I know that.
We've heard that. We know Pirates.
Yeah,
You know,
no
so
Pirates,
let's make it happen.
Yeah, we should do that.
Let's make it happen. But it's fun that we're still in contention. And then someone, I think it was Lou, put this note in here about 10-year anniversary of TJ Oshie.
Yeah.
Taking the 6 attempts in the USA versus Russia game in the Olympics, and they ended up winning that game 3-2.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was wild. I didn't know that you could do that at that time where it's like you can just have the same guy keep taking shots.
It was an Olympic rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was insane.
I mean,
they went through 16 shooters that fucking
He did it 6 times.
Yes.
Nuts.
I mean, an American hero to this day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
An American
one of the coolest,
hero.
like, Michigan, one of the coolest, like, USA hockey moments of, like, modern
No
era.
doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how big would that be right now if it was against Russia and that happened?
Oh, yeah.
Like, the stakes have just tripled since then.
Yeah.
You know, so other than that, before we get off hockey.
Yeah, so next week, Champagne Showcase, Clark Park, little 4-team tournament from 6 to 10 p.m. In Southwest Detroit, right near the bridge there. We're getting together. It's going to be a great time. Raising money for the Clark Park Coalition, which is the outdoor ice arena there at Clark Park. Great community, great people. Last year we had anywhere from 200, 250 people out there just having a good time, drinking, eating, hanging out, music playing hockey. So if you got nothing to do next Friday, we'll all be there hanging out. Me and Lou are playing in the game. We'll be mic'd up. Channy's going to be walking around with the mic. Producer Mike's going to have the camera. It's going to be a fun time. So if you got nothing to do next Friday, come hang out with us at Clark Park. Bring $10 with you. Throw it in the bucket. You can feel good about a charitable donation. We're going to have raffles. I'll be selling merch. It's going to be a good time. And actually, Iris Mortgage, sponsor of Champaign Athletics and has a team in the tournament, is bringing a special surprise. A espresso martini bar will be there. That was news this week.
Awesome.
Yeah, pretty sweet. Right, and the prizes, we got some we got a solo stove we're raffling off. We got gift cards, hoodies, hats, merchandise, golf gear. It's gonna be fun.
And you know what? Like, I've never been to this one, but this seems like a Champaign event in the sense of it's not a stuffy charitable event. You're shaking hands. We're out here to have fun. We're out here to support a local park. And you know what? It's a Friday night.
Yeah.
Let loose, have fun, go downtown after.
We're under the lights, baby.
And support a cause in the interim.
Right.
Yeah,
and you're not only supporting a local park, but all the food trucks are local too. The food was fantastic last year. And ton of drinks. They're gonna espresso martini this year.
Bosa's gonna be out there.
It was. I remember last year. The ice was the worst I've ever skated on.
The hockey was the worst part of the tournament. It was fucking spring break. The date we had was March Madness was on after the skate. I'm kidding, but it was seriously March 8th.
Yeah.
It was 55 degrees. There was a huge rainstorm the night before. The ice was awful, but I think it was the most fun the crowd's ever had. It was an absolute party. So this year will be a little chillier, but we'll have all the fires going, all the people out there, and it should be a good time. So swing on by.
Yeah.
Friday night, baby.
Awesome. Well, before we wrap up into over-under, quick basketball update. No on-the-court news for the Pistons, but, man, we have some off-the-court news from the
scumbag
Pistons
news
from yesterday.
Yeah, can you tell me what happened?
So, rumors coming out, what actually happened, Isaiah Stewart, bad boy of the Pistons' current team, punches Drew Eubanks from the Phoenix Suns in the face in the tunnel of the arena that Phoenix plays out of. Multiple reports coming out. Suns are saying it was unprovoked. Isaiah Stewart attacked him. Monty Williams basically kind of passively said, hey, we're not going to comment on that because we're still gathering information. I think that's what everyone should do at this time. So little back and forth. Long and short, Isaiah Stewart did punch Drew Eubanks. He did get arrested or has a citation out for him because of it.
Don't turn yourself in, Stu.
Yep. And the best part
Don't
of it
do it,
all
Stu.
is he's injured. He's not even playing right now. So this guy is...
There's no video of this, right?
No.
What the fuck happened?
There has to be somewhere.
Dude,
Yes.
I want it so bad.
This guy is scrapping on a sprained left ankle right now, just beating up players from
It doesn't
another
help
team.
that the most viral clip in the world of beef stew is him fighting through 100 people to try to fight LeBron James. He's going after LeBron in that video, right?
Yes. That's
That clip is actually, I think, one of the funniest Detroit
It
sports
is.
clip
Yes.
of the modern. Like, I love when people use that, and a lot of people use it for Pacheco.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Pacheco
Yes.
with a 5-yard carry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Cade trying to hold him back in that one?
Dude.
It was like a freshman trying to tackle a senior in that
Have
video.
you seen the one that's cut up where it's beef stew going berserk? Like, it's him doing that, like going berserk, but then it cuts to, it's obviously from different times of like Lakers, and they're very calm and they're kind of like just looking at him, and he's like going absolutely insane, but it like cuts to LeBron and he's just kind of casually looks over at him like calmly. I don't know, it's funny. I love the internet.
No, it's great. It's great. So that's the only Pistons news we have because, well, they're not playing for anything else the rest of the season. But Pizzo, say it with me. January, February, Izzo, Michigan State.
I don't know why I couldn't say it.
Couple big wins going into the end of the Big Ten season. Huge win against 10th ranked Illinois over the weekend, followed up with a win at Penn State yesterday. And look who's in our crosshairs this Saturday. The little bitches from down the road.
The bottom of the barrel of the Big Ten.
The bottom of the barrel, beat Michigan, beat those little fucking elitist scumbags into the ground, and let's take the season
It's our
series.
first scumbag of the show.
It's the first one. I haven't brought up Tom Gores yet. So it seems like they're gaining a little bit of traction. Everyone, you were on X. Oh, they're not going to make the tournament for the first time in 2+ decades. And I've been saying all year, just let's relax. They're going to make the tournament. We just need our seniors to show out.
12 of 16, right?
12, what was that?
12 of 16, I believe they've won.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
State, yeah.
Exactly.
And then Malik Hall comes back from the dead with 29.
He's playing great.
Yeah.
All the seniors are, besides Sissoko. You've seen Hogard play good. Tyson Walker's our best player. Malik Hall has a resurgence. This guy's on an
he's
absolute
playing really well.
tear. And Jaden Akins is shooting the lights out from behind three, which we talked about earlier this year. They need a 3-point shooter or
popper.
two on this team.
A
yes,
popper.
Need a popper.
Exactly.
Can't be popperless.
A popper. But I don't know. It's just... It happens every year. You get frustrated with the team. You get frustrated with Izzo. And then late February, early March comes around. And as a Spartan, it's just different. You always feel like you have a chance to make a run. And it's slowly starting to feel like this year, going into March, we've got a chance to make it to the second weekend, to the Final Four. I'm not going to go further than that. But I'm just saying the first round exit, I don't see that happening, and I see us gaining momentum going into the tournament this year.
Yeah, as we do. Maybe I should just not watch it all, because I swear the only times I've watched it's been puke-worthy. So maybe I'll just stay. No, I won't tune in for the boys.
All right. We'll keep you updated.
Yeah, I want to watch. All right. So let's close with over-under here. Jerry, thank you for sending over. We appreciate you. Ice Cold Brew Lou, we're going to start with you. Number one on the list.
Sure.
Happened yesterday. We all simped out. Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, overrated. Hallmark holiday, like enough's enough. We don't need a reason to buy flowers and take our girls out to dinner. We should do that anyway.
Yeah. That was nice. I took the words right out of my mouth, but we all simped and did it anyway.
Yeah, we cucked out.
Yeah, cucked out.
Yeah.
Classic cuck out. Overrated.
Overrated. Nothing else to say. Not going to be a simp like Pizzo. We should take him out every day.
Jesus Christ.
God, what is this, a Hallmark
You simped
movie?
out and made something out of the pot, didn't you? You used the pot for once.
Le Creuset.
Giga simp.
Le Creuset.
Yeah.
It's not just a pot,
Get the
Frank.
fucking name right.
Lake Crew simp.
Cock.
You.
Le Creuset,
Number
Frank.
two,
Get it right.
me, co-ed pickup sports. Co-ed pickup sports are overrated. They're overrated. I guess the only way they're not overrated is if you are single and you are in
Looking to
college,
mingle.
and you're looking to hook up with people, because I feel like that's the only reason those teams exist. Like if you're on a co-ed softball team, like you're a coward, but you're also probably trying to get laid. Is kind of where I would draw the line there. If you're on a co-ed flag football team, you're more than a coward, and you're simply there to get laid. And if you're not there to get laid, you have no respect for me personally. So I'm going to say co-ed pickup sports are overrated.
Hard line in the sand from Frank. You're a coward if you play co-ed sports. And I wouldn't go that far, but they are overrated. We're all competitive. We all want to win. And I feel like I just take it too far.
You definitely do, Chandler.
I just want to beat you. And I don't care if you're a guy, a girl, but like girls don't usually want to come to that level when I'm playing with them. And it's like, I don't want to get physical with I feel bad.
Yeah.
I really do feel bad getting physical with a girl. I want to beat them. I'm going to say co-ed sports are overrated.
If you cut that perfectly, we could cancel Chandler's whole career. I don't want to get physical with a girl. I want to beat them. Was just said on air. And actually, I'm going to take exception. Like, I think it's crazy that you were like, whoa, that's crazy, Frank. I don't think they're cowards. But I'm going to say everything I just said, which sounds crazier than coward, if I'm being.
I think it's about everyone having fun out there.
Yeah,
people having a good time and just two forces coming together, chromosomes meeting, and just having fun. Let's call it overrated.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine if I was like, guys, head into my co-ed hockey game tonight? You guys wouldn't be like, sweet, have fun. You'd be like,
call you a coward.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'd call you a coward.
Scumbag.
Why don't you play with your own sex? Number 3, Channy, In-N-Out.
In-N-Out burgers.
It doesn't say burgers. It just says In-N-Out.
Well, I'm going to go, we just interpret it the way we do.
Okay.
So I'm going to say In-N-Out burgers. And you know what? I'm throwing a curveball. Overrated. I think there's a lot better burgers than In-N-Out burgers. To name a few, Culver's, Shake Shack, Five Guys, all better than In-N-Out. And those animal fries stink. Those animal fries suck. Thousand Island on chili cheese fries. Give me a fucking break. Overrated.
You heard it here first. Is it you or me? I don't know. Are we snaking? Snaking.
Yeah, go ahead.
In-N-Out. Fun fact. Just like Die Hard, I've never had an In-N-Out burger.
Wow.
That's
Never
not
had
that
it.
crazy, though.
Okay,
Die Hard is like,
I don't even
you're
know
a
where
coward.
An In-N-Out is. So I'm going to say overrated because yes, I am a coward for that. Apparently that's like the worst chirp Chandler's ever heard. In-N-Out overrated, never had it, so it can't be that great if no one's clamoring for me to have it. So,
I've only had it one time, and it was we got it DoorDashed for like a bachelor party, and we ordered like 100 things, so it was like kind of cold. Like I didn't get the real experience. So from my experience, I'll have to say it was overrated. Wasn't that great.
Okay. Overrated. Number 4 on the list. Me, right? I can never do this.
That's fine.
Yep, it's you. Jerry's calling to call you a coward.
Yeah. Number 4, the cartoon Johnny Bravo. Underrated. This is actually, if you guys remember cartoons, Dexter's Laboratory, Ed, Edd n Eddy, the Powerpuff Girls, Cow and Chicken, Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo was my favorite of the cartoons, which a lot of people like Dexter's Lab and Powerpuff Girls. I was a Johnny Bravo guy. I thought the guy was just fucking hilarious. I would love to rewatch it. Bet you he can't do half the shit he was doing. He was just, the whole thing was him just like chasing chicks.
Yeah.
That was the whole show. Johnny Bravo underrated.
Next time we come here, we should eat Pop-Tarts and watch Johnny Bravo.
I love it.
Blast
Nope,
from the
not
past.
here. Toxic masculinity.
You're up.
Underrated. Great show. Love that show. I'm with you, Frank. Everything you said. It was that, and then Ed, Edd n Eddy for me.
I was just going to say that. Ed, Edd n Eddy was my top tier, but Johnny Bravo was great. Cartoon Network was great. Cartoon Network was just a part of our childhood. So nothing I can say on Cartoon Network was overrated. Johnny Bravo, underrated.
Nickelodeon definitely the GOAT for me. And I think cartoon, like that segment of like shows I would like put Cartoon Network on the map. I can't even think of like other shows outside of it, honestly. All right, last on the list. I have no clues up. I'm lost in space here. Dude, did he know this? I swear to God, it's Pop-Tarts.
Wow, he must have.
He had to.
There's no way he just dialed that up.
Yeah, he had to know.
He had to.
That's crazy.
I think it's me, right?
Yeah, who cares?
Underrated. I mean, we just went through the saga.
There's 24
Talked
of them,
about
like, on
Big
the table.
Bill. Yeah. Underrated. Love
24 Pop-Tarts on the table right now.
Love tarts.
Yeah.
Underrated. Pop-Tarts rock. I don't care if you're up.
I was just going to say, outside of Apple Jacks Pop-Tarts, all of them are underrated.
Yes. Thank you, Bill Post, for the delicious breakfast or dessert treat that you provided us. And thank you to all the listeners for listening to episode 141. We are entering into summer now. There's no football. Things are going to get looser, weirder. I don't know. We're going to just make it loose. Have fun. So as always, send us emails, send us DMs if you got ideas or things you want us to talk about. As always, follow us on all the social channels and tell your friends about the podcast. And we will see you next week.
Adios.
Have a great weekend.
See ya.